Good day to all my mates in Australia. I have a great following in Australia. I love you guys, and I love your accent. And me and my son, we try to do it all the time. It's so fun. We have a great lesson for you today. It is called Tenterfield Saddler, and it is by Peter Allen, one of the great composers. And I didn't know Peter Allen until several of my Australian buddies that follow my piano lessons let me know about him, and I've done several high requests on his music, so this is a popular one. So let's get into it. I'm going to see if I can, I'm trying to memorize the words here. Here it goes. Late George William worked on High Street, lived on Manor. 52 years he sat on his veranda and made his saddle. And if you had questions about sheep or flowers and dolls, just ask the saddler. Lived without sin, building a library for him. Then later on we have this part that goes, so a little faster part there. Well, guys, I am Shawn of webpianoteacher.com, where we gather together to learn, play, and share the music that we love, creating a culture of encouragement for all you guys out there who are trying to learn piano online. You can do it if you pick the right lessons and you know how to practice those two things. You got to pick the right lessons. You have to know how to practice. That's what I'm here for. In fact, I just uploaded our brand new first master class series, and it's called I've Got Rhythm. And if you've ever felt like you can't get your hands together, or you can't coordinate your hands, or you have trouble putting rhythm in your music, or you're trying to play along with chords, you just have the chords, you're trying to play along with a song, and you don't know what to do with rhythm, this is going to help you. I have beginner, intermediate, and advanced lessons. It's 2.5 hours of content. It's on webpianoteacher.com right now for the friend and family levels. But let's get started with this lesson here. This will be great, even if you aren't Australian. Okay, it's great music, and I like a lot of it. So anything Peter Allen has done is fun for me. So the first part of this is kind of rubato, kind of free tempo. I'm going to show you that, and then later on it gets into a steady rhythm. So the first part is just kind of floating along, and it's more like telling a story. And when someone's telling a story with lyrics and kind of, singing a little bit, you have to have flexibility in when you're going to play the chord. So if you're singing this, take your time. If you're following someone else singing, wait for them. Don't rush them into the next phrase until they're ready, and you kind of take your cues from them. All right, getting into the board. All right, of course, you can always, if you're a member of webpianoteacher.com, you can download this exact sheet so you have something in front of you to look at, or put it on a big monitor like this. Is really cool. So we start with just a little piano playing. And guys, look up on YouTube, Tenterfield Saddler, Tony Williams. That's the version I'm going off of. He does a great rendition of it. Tons of comments in the video said, how wonderful it is and how much of an homage it is to Peter Allen. So Tony Williams on Tenterfield Saddler on YouTube. So F chord, that just kind of sets the mood there. So we have F in the left hand, and the right hand will be above middle C, and we'll do G and C, a kind of a country third. Okay? So 2 and 5 to A, and a country third is just a term I've come up with because it sounds country. Country music. And we go back to G, and then C, and then F, A. That's just an F chord and setting the mood. Da, na, na, na. Okay, so you play the chord first, and then comes in the singing. Hold your pedal down through all of that. Late George William worked on High Street. So in the gap there, C, E, G, left hand on an E, that's a C chord. Okay, that'll cover the gap there when you take a breath to sing the next phrase. So we have late George William lived on High Street. See how I'm waiting? I'm giving those pauses. So make sure that you give time between there. Music is like poetry. It's like when you're giving a speech. Okay, we don't want to be a robot. right? Or just a computer voice. We take breaths. We say things. We have a beginning to our phrase and a climax in our phrase and an ending to the phrase. And you want to make sure you take those breaths in music. So you'll say something, take some time. And a lot of people have trouble with taking that time. They feel like, oh, I need to go on and play something. Or they feel kind of, just nervous that they need to be doing something. But learn to enjoy those spaces just as much as when you're playing, okay? So here we go, back to the board. Late George Williams lived on High Street. Worked on High Street and then lived on Manor. So A, C, F, 1, 2, 5, left hand on a D. Very simple accompaniment, no octaves in the left hand, just simple notes. And then we'll do one more chord here. 52 years he sat on his veranda. So you have a big line there. So you're just going to kind of vamp on that B flat chord. C and F with 2 and 5. Flip it to D. There's that country third again, left hand on the B flat. You just kind of play those notes again while you're singing. 52 years he sat on his veranda and made saddles. Okay? So maybe we'll do one more measure and that'll be enough. So B flat chord there. 52 years he sat on his veranda and made his saddles. And then you have a G in the left hand and then G, C, F in the right. When you play that F, you play C on the left. So, and if you had questions, okay, so we're going to go up high with our vocals there. B flat and D at the end, and an F after that. All right, so that'll get you started on this. Let's do it one more time from the beginning. Late George Williams worked on High Street, lived on Manor. 52 years he sat on his veranda and made his saddles. And if you had questions, all right, so there we go. There's a little intro for you, and I gave you 3 lines there to look at if you want to try to look through that. Then later on we do get to some more complicated piano playing, but it has a different rhythm to it, so that'll be easier as far as the timing goes. So some of you might find the beginning more difficult than the other part, which gets going there, and you have more notes in each measure. Hope you guys enjoyed that lesson series. See you on webpianoteacher.com.